That is correct, Judge.
All right, I find that there's a factual basis. As for the 23T malicious destruction of property, sir, let's talk about that particular case. Were you on October 30th at the vicinity of, again, 2901 Vineland Drive, sir?
Yes.
And while you were there, did you maliciously destroy or injure someone else's property?
Yes.
What'd you do?
So, me and my partner at the time, we had gotten to a fight, and when we were fighting, I actually ended up slamming him into the patio door, and it shattered. And I was pretty upset because, he usually be putting his hands on me and stuff like that all the time. And on this particular day, I just was kind of over it. He walked up when I was sitting down, and he had punched me in my face, and he busted my lip. And then we went to fighting from there. And after I slammed him in the patio door and the glass was shattered, I did start throwing all his things that he bought off the balcony and onto the outside of the property.
Was one of those a microwave?
Yes.
You threw it through the window?
Yeah, I threw it through the broken patio, the broken balcony door, because I'm on the floor.
So the door got broken. Oh, boy. Can I see counsel in the breakout room? All right, the court is back on the record in the Lily matter. The court's willing to accept the plea with respect to the microwave malicious destruction of property by throwing that over the balcony. I find that there's a factual basis for the malicious destruction of property. Are you satisfied, Mr. Barnett?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Defense is also satisfied, Your Honor. Thanks.
And Ms. Woods, as to your case, are you satisfied?
Yes, Judge.
Defense?
Defense is also satisfied there, Your Honor. Thank you.
Sentencing in this matter will be on September 22nd, 2025 at 10 a.m. Sorry, did you write down the phone number when I handed it out earlier?
Yes. And before we leave, is there
Oh, yeah, thanks, Mr. Lilly, for the reminder. I think I know what you're going to ask, Your Honor. We did want to ask about his GPS tether conditions. Mr. Lilly does understand that likely needs to remain on. I think what he's wanting to ask is if the court would consider having set out hours. We were going to ask from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Mr. Lilly, I was mistaken. He did lose his job at 7-Eleven. He has a new job, which he can describe in more detail, but it is in Ann Arbor, and he occasionally picks up more shifts and his hours range. So he is in a communication with his tether agent, but there's a lot of back and forth. He doesn't always hear from his agent right away, so sometimes it's unclear if he can report for a shift or not. So he's asking just if the court would consider setting out hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day so that he can have flexibility with his job.
Let's start with the state.
I'm sorry, Judge, what was that?
Do you have a response to her bond motion, Ms. Woods?
No, Judge, I would leave it to the court's discretion.
Mr. Barnett?
Yeah, I'm also going to leave it to the court's discretion.
Thank you. He is testing like he's supposed to be 3 times per month ETG and 1 time a month for the drugs, correct?
yes.
Right.
There because I lost my job, so there is some days that I did miss the test, but I also was in touch with Mr. Lee Abbott, and I did go make up those tests that I missed. Just because I haven't got paid for my job yet, so I've just been borrowing money from my family. And because the testing is random, I don't always have the money and stuff like that, but I should be getting paid sometime this week, and there shouldn't be a problem anymore with the getting there when I'm supposed to be assigned. But I have been going to test and doing everything.
All right, I'm gonna place you on a GPS tether instead of a home confinement. And sir, if you mess this up, you got a lot at stake. So yeah, don't.
I will
And
not.
we'll deal with the violation of probation when you come back. I'll take. Actually, no, let me deal with that today so we can have one PSI report. Sir, with respect to case number 21 FB 1709, you just pled to 2 new cases. Are you willing to admit that you violated your probation by committing those offenses?
Yes.
Sentencing for that will be on the same date, September 22nd at 10. Please call the probation department tomorrow after 9:00 a.m. They'll schedule a time for you to have your PSI done for all of these matters, okay, sir?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You're all set, sir.
Thank you.
Are we ready again on the Shania Williams matter? All the cases of the state of Michigan versus Shania Williams, 23 FB 1290, 25 FB 1205.
What's for the people?
Sam Bernstein for Miss Williams, Your Honor.
Assistant Public Defender Daffy Lebo for Ms. Williams in the 1290 matter.
Nice to hear there.
Thank you.
So, Your Honor, what Miss Williams' concern is that, like, you know, she can go to the hotel, but she's concerned if she runs out of money, then she might have to go to like another hotel or another family member's house, and she doesn't want to. You know, she doesn't want to violate the home confinement of that if she moves to a different location. Because while she could have stability, she's worried, like, what if that stability like leaves her, and then she can't be at the home that she's at, and she has to go to like another home, so to speak. I guess is there like a curfew tether that she's like has to be at a home at a certain time of day, like 7 o'clock or something? I don't know how that would work, but just like a medium.
I'm not addressing this issue anymore. I've already
Okay.
made my feeling on it.
Okay. So she's able to move to another location if it's solid location. Is that
Correct.
all right? Thank you, Your Honor.
And then Ms. Woods, with respect to the restorative justice, how quickly can we move this process along?
Judge, I can forward all the documents to Mr. Bernstein after court today to have him work on getting those as the referral and the MOU. I can do that today.
Thank you, Ms. Woods.
What I'll do is I'll bring her back earlier than I normally do because we need to expedite the process, obviously, and I have concerns about what she's going to be doing with respect to her living situation. I don't like, one of the things that I wanted her to do was bring her mother in here. That hasn't happened. And the other thing is that I'm concerned about someone who can't get along with their mother when they're on home confinement long enough to stay so she can get through her case. That's a problem for me. So I'll bring everybody back here on September 29th, 2025 at 10 a.m.
So what exactly are we doing? I'm confused. And that's the problem.
We're done. If you want to talk to your attorney about that, you can. I'll see you all back here on September 29th at 10 a.m.
That hearing had a little bit of everything. Judge Irene Washington presided over a pair of cases involving probation, new pleas, and some thorny living arrangement issues, and the tone shifted from pragmatic problem-solving to pointed concern began with Melvin Lily, who pled guilty to malicious destruction of property after a fight with his partner escalated into shattered glass and a microwave tossed off a balcony. Judge Washington patiently confirmed the factual basis. Lily admitted slamming his partner into a patio door and then throwing belongings outside. He was candid about the fight, explaining it stemmed from ongoing tensions. The plea was accepted, sentencing set for September 22nd, and Lily, respectful and cooperative, also admitted that by committing these new offenses, he had violated probation in another case. His bond conditions sparked discussion. He asked for set tether hours so he could more easily work his new job in Ann Arbor, since constant back and forth with his agent left him uncertain whether he could accept shifts. Both sides left it to the court's discretion, and Judge Washington agreed to shift him from home confinement to a GPS tether, warning him firmly that if he messed this up, the consequences would be steep. Lily nodded, promising compliance. The second half turned to Shania Williams, whose situation was more complicated. Williams was on home confinement but worried about instability. She could stay at a hotel for now, but feared if money ran out, she might need to move to another hotel or a family member's house. She didn't want that to be treated as a violation. Her lawyer tried to clarify whether tether rules allowed movement to a solid new location. Judge Washington, however, was openly concerned. She reminded everyone that one condition had been for Williams to bring her mother to court to help support stability, which hadn't happened. She questioned how someone could be expected to handle confinement if they couldn't even remain in a safe location with family. Though frustrated, she set a review for September 29th and urged the restorative justice process to move quickly, instructing the prosecutor to send referral paperwork immediately. The atmosphere in court was serious but pragmatic. Lily came across as respectful, cooperative, and focused on keeping his job, while Williams seemed anxious and caught between unstable housing and strict conditions. Judge Washington balanced flexibility with caution, making practical adjustments, but making sure both defendants understood that compliance was non-negotiable. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one.